Hi, I'm Grant from Ink and Leathers, and this is another installment of 30 Before 30. Today's 30 Before 30 topic is You Should Have Had Your Heart Broken. My original plan for this video was to recount the kind of worst heartbreak that I personally had been through, but then I realised that that was very self-indulgent, and I don't really want to go through the reasons why I was crazy and very unpleasant to be around for about 6 months. So instead, what I thought I would do was talk about some of the good things that come out of going through a heartbreak. So I'm going to give you 4 reasons why having your heart broken isn't necessarily a bad thing, and why I think that yes, you should experience heartbreak before you're 30. Reason number 4 why you should get your heart broken before you turn 30 is because it gives you a free pass to wallow. You are able to take a break from your ordinarily upstanding social life and just drop off the face of the earth for an indefined period of time and act like an adult baby, really. You can be sitting in your lounge room under a blanket in unwashed sweatpants, having not showered that day or the day before, eating a bucket of fried chicken and watching reruns of your favourite TV show, and your friends are not going to turn around and say, "What the hell are you doing with your life?" Because people understand that it's a shitty thing to go through and they don't want to provoke you into some kind of spiral of self-destruction. So they're happy for you to go through your limited self-destruction, which is a free pass to eat fried chicken under a blanket, and let's face it, who doesn't want to do that? Number 3 is that it builds resilience and character. There will be an initial period where you feel like the world is ending and that your life is over and you might as well go and join a convent or a monastery somewhere. But once that passes, and it will, you will come to realise that you're actually a stronger person than you yourself think, which I think is the case for most people. We all have this vision of ourselves as being kind of inherently weak and flawed. But once you've been through something that is traumatic, like a breakup, you'll realise that actually, you know, it's not the end of the world, it's not going to destroy you, and it gives you a whole new perspective on things, which is very cliched, I know. But from my personal experience, it's true, and I'm sure many of you have been through similar situations yourself. Number 2 is that a little chaos is a good thing. I'm a very ordered person in my life, generally speaking. I have routines that I am loyal to. I like everything to be on time. I am chronically early to everything. And if something doesn't go my way, I tend to freak out. But even I will admit that going through something like a heartbreak does give you a different bit of perspective, and you will be more open to taking a different course of action or doing something a little bit crazy. That could be something as relatively benign as trying a new cereal, but it could also be something a bit more extreme, like shaving your head, or even more extreme, like deciding that you're going to move to India for 12 months. Number 1 is that you will get a record deal. Okay, not necessarily, but it does give you insight into a universally shared experience, which is having your heart broken, which tends to be the basis for a lot of media that we encounter on a daily basis. 90% of the songs that I have on my iTunes are probably about breakups in some way. That makes me sound like a crazy person. 90% is too high an estimation for that, but you just have to look at people like Adele and Taylor Swift and Katy Perry and maybe Lady Gaga, and all of their songs are about heartbreak in some way, and it makes for good listening for someone who's into pop music. So at the end of the day, I do agree with this one. I do think you should get your heart broken before you turn 30. I think it just makes sense to go through that at a young age. I feel like if you leave it until later on in life, like you're 70 or maybe even 80, and that's the first time that you experience heartbreak in some form, it probably has the potential to kill you. Whereas when you're young, you're a lot more resilient, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time, and it will feel like your whole world is ending. It will give you a different perspective going forward in life, and I think that's a really good and really important lesson to learn. So I do uphold this one. I am interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. If you yourself have gone through heartbreak and you've learned something from it, Let me know in the section down below, I'd be very interested to hear it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can check out my blog and Instagram, both of which are listed down here in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, and until next week, bye.